Tom Gunn here with you again today with another SK tool haul. Now, there's an item in here that I've been wanting to get for a while. It's been sitting in my wish list for a while, and it finally went on sale on the Steals and Deals, and I picked it up. Let's take a look at what it is. That you've seen that video, you know what's in this box here, and I actually had a chance to use this yesterday. I opened it up, put it back in here, and I'll share a little bit about my experience with that nice little precision pliers set, but I also got a couple of other items in here on the Steals and Deals, and I'll take you through these half moon wrenches. I had a quick look at these so far and compared them to some USA made Craftsman ones that I picked up, as well as these sweet little pair of pliers. So we'll take a look at those as well. So it does come in a nice zipper case. Unlike in the video, this one is not SK branded. A little disappointed about that, being an SK fanboy, but I'll live. I've been wanting a set of precision pliers for a while. Channel Locks makes a set, and they're about $115, and it's just not all as encompassing, and I almost pulled the trigger on it a couple times over the years, but never did. And it's one of these things, if you have it, you'll use it. If you don't, you could probably figure out maybe another solution. When it came in yesterday, I said, I'll use it if something comes up, but hey, I didn't have a precision set of pliers for a lot of years. I made do with needle noses and just regular little 6-inch nips. Who knows when I'll use this? And sure enough, I'm working on a bench grinder restoration, a 1964 Craftsman, which I should have the video out any day now, so stay tuned for that. I had an opportunity to use these. I was working on some small wires going into the motor, and I was trying to nip an exposed wire after I stripped it nice and clean, because it had to go into the windings and be soldered in, and I was just getting it where it wasn't cutting it clean through. And yeah, I could pull on it and I could twist it, but why do that when you have these, when you get to these fine wires? The bigger cutters sometimes struggle with them. Let me see. Here's like a needle nose with some cutters on it, right? You see how it's not even cutting it? I'm squeezing hard here, and if I pull, it'll cut. And it left a decent end on it. But hey, when you got something that's made for this, it just cuts that so well. So actually, like butter. I was squeezing so hard because I was used to using these. So when you got the right tool for the job, it really works. And then I was able to take these that get into the narrow fitting, and it just worked perfect for me to be able to shove the wire into the winding where it needed to go. I was meant to have this set that day. And then when I was working in the motor, this was bent in a position where it was kind of tight, and I was able to come in with these angles and just kind of pull this off the terminal gently. So got my use out of them. Felt like I got my $80 worth, but really happy to own these. They are currently out of stock on the Steals and Deals, and like I said, for full price, I wouldn't recommend buying them, but here's where you can find them. This is the Harry J. Epstein site, and I'll put the picture up right here. I believe they're about $95. They might charge you for some shipping, but I still think that is a pretty good deal. So you can pick them up through Epstein, and they are an authorized SK dealer. I've bought from them in the past. Very reputable. They stand behind. You won't have any problems if you buy through them. So let's keep moving along and see what other items I got. So before I just show you the Channel Locks and the Tecton and the other items, I do want to just call out a couple of these other precision pliers. This one's a real unique one. You know, when you just need to get into a tight spot and nip something, how nice is that, huh? It's almost like a nice flush cut. If you had to come against something on the, you could flush cut with this so well. Look how easy that is. Look how it fires that right off. It's amazing. The other pliers that's kind of unique with this, which I think is really cool, is they're like little precision duckbills. So if you got to bend a piece of sheet metal or just a little electrical tab on something, this is the tool for it. So a couple of other really cool, unique pliers. So if you're interested in precision pliers, Tecton makes a viable option. It is made in Taiwan, but it is a nice 6-piece all-encompassing set. Nice fit and finish. Very similar. As you can see there, you got those small needle nose that are meant to get in those tight spots. As you can see here, very similar on these needle nose pliers, just as regular minis. The bent angle ones here, which are very useful. Here's those duck bills that are very similar to the SK as well. And just a pair of cutters, little pair of dikes there. And then you got these end nippers, which are almost like those flush cut semi-snippers that I showed you on the SK one, and there's just the other mini dikes again. So a pretty nice alternative if you only wanted to spend 60 bucks. USA made viable option. Once again, 120 bucks here, so still a little bit more expensive. This is the 6-piece set. As you can see there, they got little pliers in them. Very similar. Like I said, the difference here is that they got pliers and a little mini channel locks. But otherwise, the needle nose, the cutters, pretty much all look the same. Nice USA-made viable option for 120 bucks. You could still find the SK a little cheaper on Harry J. Epstein, but you might like this style better with these options. So next up are these 7-inch flush joint pliers, and you can't beat these for 11 and change. I mean, they are nice. I just love that flush joint. They just make it so nice to get into things. It's just aesthetically so nice looking. The fit and finish on these are phenomenal. I'm really impressed. Sometimes these Western Forge, or now they're stamping out the Western Forge stuff there in SK, they could be a little rough from time to time, but these are really well done and they're very stout. This is 7-inch. Like I said, I got a really nice Nippex here, 5-inch. These are just awesome. If you've never seen these are great, but they're 30 bucks. This is 11 and change. Very versatile compared, a little bigger size to the Nippex. The closest thing I have to this is probably these Macos that I did a video on not that long ago that I cleaned up, where they were completely rusty. You couldn't even recognize them. And these are about a 1/2 inch shorter, and you could just see the difference in the thickness and the quality of these. So there might be a time and a place for a more narrower finish, and these are USA made Macos, and they're decent. They don't bend that much. But this is a nice in-between stout pliers. I guess you could compare it to the good old channel lock 420s, which are much bigger, but except for that, the head design is very similar. So it's just like a mini kind of channel locks, but that flush joint makes it much more streamlined and narrow. And that's the 10.5-inch Craftsman flush joint that I guess you kind of the big brother to this. So this is a no-brainer in my mind for 11 bucks. Will look great in the toolbox. Will definitely come in handy if you just, I like this too if you got a little socket set of 3/8 that you could just fit in there. It makes it real easy to hold the back of a nut and so forth. These are just a great size to have. All right, so here are all the half moon wrenches for $15 and change. Pretty good deal, can't beat them. Comes in this nice little old package. Even though I'll take these wrenches out and lay them in my toolbox, I love these old packages. It reminds me of the old Craftsman stuff, right? When they came in these packages back in the day, hanging on the shelves at Sears. This one used to be some flare nut line wrenches, and I have all these tools and they're in the toolbox, but I always save the little plastic things they came in. I think it's just kind of cool. But I am not overly super impressed with the fit and finish of these wrenches. As you can see, the chrome is even like almost 2 different colors. This one's definitely more dull. It's more of a satin finish. It definitely is not a super chrome finish that you would expect from SK. One side of the wrenches isn't branded at all, no stampings. But that being said, it's a specialty wrench meant to get into tight spots. Works great on things like manifolds or just any spot where you need a little bit of a different angle that you can approach it from. For me, these are worked out well because I own this one from Craftsman, this old USA. It's the same thing as this one with the 9/16 and the 5/8, but look at the difference in size. These are obviously considerably smaller. Hey, for me, that's great. Now I have more versatile wrenches. But for 15 bucks, you can't beat these just to have. When you need it, it'll be the best 15 bucks you have spent. I want to see more on the steals and deals. CP, the Tool Addict, did a great job this month covering them. Here's the items I got. There's the 6-piece precision pliers set from 160 to 83 bucks. 7-inch tongue and groove, 12 bucks. Can't beat it. Half Moon wrenches, $15.99. And then this item I still did not receive. Should have it any day now. But as you know, SK is known for their sockets, and they will be a great deal at 38 bucks for 1/4-inch impact sockets. So that's going to do it for today's haul. Guys, if you like tool restorations, if you like tool reviews, if you like tool hauls, and you like this type of content, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you'd like a channel sticker, feel free to email me at tomguntools@gmail.com. I also have these stickers that say the world has enough guys. Be a man, and that's something to live by. And until the next time, I think I'll just be sitting here just chopping away.